socks on. Don't you crush my feet now.
Damn, I'm doing the pod with shoes on. This feels crazy. You
want
want me to take them off, Joe?
No, you good. The shit I bring in here.
You said what?
The dirt I bring in here ain't no different.
Bring it here.
Welcome one, welcome all to the Multicultural Misfits podcast, the spooky edition. This is our Halloween episode. This is your host, Audio AB.
Ooh.
Right next to me on my left on the casting couch, I got my executive producer and co-host.
It's Jordan, and I'm new to LA.
And to my right, I have the wonderful wine glugging.
Omarcito. Yeah, he's saying wine glugging because in this Essentia bottle, believe it or not, that's not water.
No shades. Those shades make me think you're going to sell me bad Adderall in the back.
Hey man, you looking to have a little more fun?
You like to party?
Is that how it goes? I've never been to a rave or a club for that matter. I've been to one club and it was a Mexican ass club called Metropolis. I don't know if y'all know what it is.
I know what you're talking about.
That's the only club I've ever been to.
To like one club?
One single club.
Well,
And I went to that same club 2 times.
Usually at clubs, people have they'll have like some little like in girls' purses or some shit. They'll have like a water bottle full of like vodka or some shit, and they'll like sell shit to people.
How smart is that? Though?
That and like drugs.
Yeah, it's just a shot, $2, $3.
Shot $2,
Yeah.
$4,
Set up your
$5.
own bar anywhere.
Yeah,
But
So,
I love me a good wine, man.
I do too. Wine just makes me sleepy though. I think we talked about this earlier.
Yeah, it makes you so sleepy.
What's y'all's favorite kind of drunk? Is it like liquor drunk, beer drunk?
Liquor.
Mixed drink, shots, what kind of?
Once again, it depends on the atmosphere. How long are we drinking? When am I where am I going? If I'm on the beach at maybe 1 p.m., beers will take me all the way.
That's true. Yeah, there's no reason for liquor at that time.
Oh no, you want to be
got
fucked up at
problems.
5 o'clock.
So I like liquor, but I prefer beer because it's more of a gradual drunk.
Yeah.
Like you don't really get that drunk if you drink like 3 or 4, right? You'll get a little buzzed, but like the more you get into, let's say you drink a 6-pack by yourself. Okay, you're going to feel it, but you're not going to be like fall down on the floor drunk.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, if anything, I'll just feel like just fat, bro.
Yeah.
I'll feel like
Yeah.
there is like another human inside of me or something. I feel like I'm pregnant, dude. Like, it's too much.
That's facts.
If I'm drinking beers, I got to be like walking around. Like if I'm drinking that many beers, I got to be walking around or doing some kind of activity.
Yeah. You ever try to have sex off that many beers?
Dude,
You're
forget
just
about it.
stumbling around, bro. You can't even hold yourself up. Yeah, that's how I feel.
I go to another level when I'm drunk. I'm
Yeah?
an animal.
I feel weak, bro. But when I'm bloated drunk. When
Yeah,
I'm like really
when I'm
off
bloated
a bunch of
and
beers.
like you can literally hear the liquid in your belly slosh around
I don't
as
want to
you're
do
doing the
missionary.
deed.
I don't want to do any work here.
Forget
I
about
want to
it.
just lay down on my fat ass.
I actually don't want to have sex. Please get off of me.
I'm just tired. Let's just go to bed. No, but I think my favorite drunk is probably wine drunk because it's real.
Really?
It's real calm. It does make me sleepy though. That's the biggest
It
problem.
is very calm.
But
Yeah,
it's
it's super calm
Like you
drunk.
feel like that's the most in control you feel while still feeling drunk.
Yeah.
And you can just
That's
sip
true.
it easy. You know, it doesn't make you feel too bloated. I mean, it doesn't require too much. I could chug the rest of this no problem.
Yeah, you can.
Chugging wine is
alright,
so easy.
So when it comes to liquor, I love tequila. And one of my favorite comedians, Theo Von, said tequila will either make you knock a girl up or knock a girl down.
Oh my God.
Tequila will fuck you up.
Tequila will
Yeah.
fuck you up, man.
Yeah.
Tequila make you feel very risky. But I also feel very open on tequila. Like I can talk
Definitely.
to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel that about liquor in general, though. The one that, for whatever reason, that I used to love that I just don't care for much these days, for whatever reason, whiskeys, man.
Same,
Flavored
man.
whiskeys.
I don't dig it anymore
Just
either.
feels really sugary
They're
and
way
like,
too sweet.
yeah, it all tastes bad. And like the flavor won't leave your mouth. When you vodka
Yep.
and shit, don't get me wrong, it does taste like rubbing alcohol. It really does. But I mean, after a shot, you can knock that down really easily.
I'm
It
not
takes like
about
2
vodka.
seconds and it's gone.
I ain't about vodka either. I'm pretty much just tequila in terms of liquor now.
Yeah.
Tequila and a lime is really just the way to go.
To
man.
be honest, bro. Vodka scared me. That was the first time I ever got drunk, and I haven't gone back to vodka.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
That's the first time I got drunk too was with vodka, and I hated it the first time, and I hate it today.
You know what's funny? I actually think the first time I got drunk was also vodka.
it's so cheap.
It was some
It's-
super cheap vodka at my uncle's house.
Do you guys think that's why it is? Is like because it's always the cheapest one. Everybody always
y'all
has
remember
I guess so,
the
yeah.
bottle? Do y'all remember the exact bottle? Like the brand?
it. It was Sky,
Oh,
and it was disgusting.
That's not too bad, right?
This is
Sky's
someone's
a decent
backyard.
quality.
It's not the best.
You know, vodka's all the same quality. I listened to like a podcast on this. They were saying that all vodka is pretty much the same quality. You're just paying for the bottle.
That is wild.
So, like-
That's what they say about everything. Is it actually the
No, it's
exact-
actually true. There's
Not
science
to-
behind it. So like all
Yeah.
liquor is made out of like, all right. So like there's when you get liquor, what you're really getting is a mix of liquor and water, right? Because the actual like vodka that they're making it's super super potent, like
Yeah.
potent enough to make you go blind or kill you.
Yeah.
So what they do is they
That's that
dilute
shit that I want.
right. That's the shit that I want. No, they dilute that with water, and that's what they're selling you. Right, because they can't sell you the super strong shit, and it's all the same.
Yeah.
like whether it's like
Grey Goose.
yeah, whether it's Grey Goose or whether you're buying it like in a gallon type shit from Costco.
Wait, but does that go for vodka only because it has
Vodka-
nothing else in it
vodka-
but vodka?
Tequila-
Vodka
tequila's
only.
different because
Tequila's
tequila-
different.
And whiskey's got to be different.
Whiskey's
right?
got because of the cask, and like tequila's different because of like if they use like agave or if they use like some different kind of nectar or some shit
Yeah.
to like sweeten it and all that. It's all really different in terms of everything else. But vodka
then-
is just like it's super like chemical type process.
Oh yeah.
should
And then
make
if it's
our
like
liquor.
whiskey, you know, they put a pirate in there.
Yeah.
They let it marinate with the dead pirate, and then they just push it out.
That's how they do it. I've seen how it's made. I've seen how it's
Them
made.
fucking 12-year-old scotches.
Oh my
Yeah, that
gosh,
shit is
just crazy.
That's crazy. In some warehouse, there's been some scotch that's just been sitting there
There's
for
some-
like 50 years.
Dude, I was about to say there's
That's
some that are
crazy.
50 years old. Imagine a scotch that's 2 times the age you are.
Scotch is the high end stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like every
Yeah.
scotch is pretty much good.
Yeah, so like, and whiskey, there's 2 kinds of whiskeys. There's Irish whiskey and there's Scottish whiskey. Scottish whiskey is Scotch, and Irish whiskey is just whiskey.
Oh.
Well, I feel like scotch is for people that want to like just relax.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
not that want to like
Doing it like neat.
like,
If you're drinking that shit neat, dude,
yeah.
out of control.
You had a long day at work,
Yeah.
and you probably deserve that shit.
I heard from maybe the other day he got an old fashioned.
That's my favorite drink.
That's crazy.
Oh,
That's
what you
all.
said.
That's
Yeah,
all I
that-
drink.
That's
Whenever
insane, dude.
if I get a cocktail, that's the only drink I get. Is
Oh
old
my
fashioned.
God.
Well,
I mean,
there's ice.
Don't get me wrong, it's manly, but like that shit, it doesn't taste terrible, but there's better.
Wait, what is it? It's just
Nah, I
whiskey
love it.
and- It's just whiskey neat.
An old fashioned, so it's whiskey. They put in usually it's like ice cubes or like one big ice cube if it's a nice place, and they put in like a cherry. They put in bitters, which is like a flavoring thing,
And like
usually
like
like
orange peel or something,
orange
right?
peel, and then
Orange peel?
That's it. It's fantastic.
Yeah. It's bitters. That's the word.
It's a
what I was
great
thinking of,
drink.
yeah.
It's probably one of my favorites.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, dude. It's been a while since I've had one.
It's
though.
consistent and it's always good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I've had it.
Tequila and club soda. Every time.
That's a good drink. Tequila, club soda,
That
and
shit
lime.
gets me there every
That's a
time.
really good drink.
And depending on how much you talk to the bartender, they may make it strong or just regular. But I be getting them hoes strong.
Be nice to them.
You got to be nice to bartenders, bro.
Yeah, you do.
Just there's no reason to be mean to them.
What a life they live, dude. Every time like they come up to me like, all right, what do you need or whatever the fuck. I'm just thinking like, damn, she's probably said this about 500 times today.
Exactly.
She said this so many times today, just walking up and down this bar, all these random people asking for drinks.
And everybody's either drunk or they like are trying to fuck you.
I wonder,
Yep.
I wonder like what the crazy things that they've heard. Hey,
Crazy.
Come here. I just killed a man. He just
they probably do.
killed a man earlier tonight. And then he just walks out. He's like, what?
It's probably worse at like dive bars, like the,
God.
like
yeah.
the small ones where no one really goes. There's probably people who come in there and they just share all kinds of shit. Like,
Yeah.
I raped my sister when I was 11, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like crazy shit like that.
I went to
But
a
anyways,
bar.
just two whiskeys.
two whiskey sours.
Anywho.
Whiskey sour is also a good drink.
I
Anyway.
went to like a really like it wasn't even a small bar, but it was like during the day at like 2 p.m. on like a Wednesday because I was just bored and I was just in there and it was like 8 people, but they all knew the bartenders and like they were making small talk with them. I was like, wow, that's crazy. They're like, yeah, they be in here every day.
Them
It's
regulars,
like,
baby.
shit.
Them
And
regulars.
they all looked horrifying. They all looked scary.
Horrifying. Because they be in there all day, every day, probably.
Like they were mad at Colin Kaepernick or something.
Head all swollen
Were
from
they?
all the
Yeah.
liquor.
They were talking about
No,
him?
they looked like they would be mad at him.
Yeah, that's a shame.
It
That's
looked
just
terrible.
It's a shame when you could just see it right in their face.
Yeah.
You can see it right in their face. The whole Colin Kaepernick thing was crazy, man.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah, it
weird,
was all
like,
stupid, man.
what a weird world, dude.
Let the guy do what he wants.
Yeah.
It was just kind of blown out of proportion.
Y'all be farting in those fucking American swim trunks all the time and pissing in them in the pool. What is it, man?
That's disrespect.
Not even wearing underwear when
You're wearing
wear
that shit on
them.
your ass, man. That shit's on your ass right now.
that's
Yeah,
funny.
I never got that.
That's crazy.
And now I can't even like America because I just feel wrong. I would never wear like an American.
Nah, what's wrong with
something.
like an American? I mean, I would never go around wearing an American shirt because I just don't like the way it looks. But like, I wouldn't. Like, if I had a house, I'd put an American flag out front.
Put an American flag out front?
Yeah, I don't
I just
care.
don't want it to give the wrong message. Listen, I do.
What's
I do
what
like
wrong
America.
message? You like the country?
Yeah, we're not the best. We
I mean, we're definitely not the
got a
best.
bad
but
image. We got a bad image.
I would have
Yeah.
a flag that says, "Hey, America, cool," but you know, not really. That's all it was
America,
saying.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, hey, it's better than other countries.
yeah, man, the
better than a lot of other
alternative,
countries.
the alternative is much different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I've been thinking about? Like, I've been watching like a bunch of like UK content, and they talk a lot of shit about America. But I'm like, bro, we got it from y'all.
Yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
all of our shit is based off of y'all, and they talk shit about us. So I was like,
Also, they mooch off us a little bit.
Yeah, they mooch off us.
They mooch off us.
They
big
like
time.
all our movies. They like all our music.
Yeah, what
They can't
You know
rap.
what does the UK do?
Nothing, bro.
Let's talk about this real
Their
quick.
culture
They
is
just
shit.
squirt out an old ass queen, and that's it.
And just talk with bad teeth.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait, you want to know? You want to know why they have all bad teeth?
Because they fucking inbreds.
Yeah, because they're all inbreds.
No kidding.
Think
It's
about
a
it.
genetic
It's,
thing.
it's an island. Think
That
about
makes sense, yeah.
For years and years and years, who do they get to fuck besides themselves before they discover travel?
Exactly.
And they were all about that whole like keep it in the family, keep it in royalty.
Yeah,
way longer
and
than
that,
everybody
yeah,
else.
That was popular, so they're inbred as fuck.
Like
That's
we
a
look
good
at
point.
Columbus and say he was a bad thing for them, like for them that was like Tinder coming up.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, bro, we can fuck other people now.
Are you kidding me?
Are you serious?
He's just look at all these people he found. I could
brown.
I could fuck all of those. That's nuts.
Man.
Yeah.
So have you guys had a chance to check out Dune?
Bro, amazing.
Oh, but dude, I did finish Squid Game.
Oh man, you're fucking 2 months too late. But
Yeah, I
yes,
am.
Squid Game is fantastic.
I'm not
though.
gonna lie, I was late too. I
Those
was very
Koreans are
The Koreans, they don't play, bro.
killing it, dude.
Koreans are
The
up, bro.
Koreans don't play,
That
man.
BTS band is absolutely murdering it. Right?
Not even just them.
But not even just that. Their cinema, like their media is so good.
They're
Parasite
killing,
was
bro.
really
I'm telling you,
good.
man, it's because they're just like they do super like realistic type shit. They do like super dark type shit.
Very poetic the way they speak too.
Very
Yeah.
poetic, philosophical.
For a second, I accidentally put on the English version.
You're crazy.
Oh my god!
I watched the whole thing in English.
Oh my, that's disgusting.
But I
Koreans,
laughed.
get on him. Korean, get on his
we need
ass.
some Koreans
Koreans
coming
don't.
coming berating.
Koreans, no. Someone get Kim Jong Un on the phone. Are you kidding me, Gio? It's so bad. They'll be like, I told her not to go there.
No, it was
Like, it's
terrible. It was
horrible.
really bad. But I'm the type of person like I can't watch TV and just look at the screen the whole time. You know what I mean? Like I'll be walking around and shit.
Oh,
So I was
I
like,
see.
okay, when I walk away, I can still hear what's going on.
They just fucked up the dialogue so bad. What I hate is that they try to match their lips, and that's why the English is so bad.
never
yeah,
gonna
it was
work.
pretty bad.
They should just repeat what they're saying in Korean in English. It doesn't matter if it matches.
Do you know how much that would cost?
I know. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's never gonna be like plausible. There's never really any good like movie dubs. I mean, it's good for like animation, right? Because you can change that.
Yeah.
But like with humans, that's crazy. It's
I mean,
too
the
much work.
mouth, the mouth matching didn't matter. Like it didn't affect me. It was.
But
just,
that's what they were going for, and that's what ruined
But I
it.
just knew that like it was bad. Like that one little crazy lady. That was
Yes.
like, I was like, bro, I don't know who this is, but I know this is terrible.
What is she talking about?
didn't know
That's
what the
exactly
fuck she was
when I
on.
started the episode. She was the one talking. She was saying a bunch of crazy
It's a bunch
stuff.
of nonsense.
And I was like, what is this bitch talking about?
When I was a kid, dude, I fucking played Squid Games. When I was a fucking kid,
That's
guy,
funny. That is how the
fucking
English dub
played it, bro.
sounds.
And it was like, and then the Korean one's like, I recall playing Squid Games when I was a boy. Like, it's so much better, and like so much more poetic. When the other one's
Yeah.
like, I've got, I'm like, I want to smoke a cigarette. I'm gonna like.
I'm telling you, they dumb it down for the Americans, bro.
So stupid. It's like they have one like shitty team of like 8 Americans that are like, yeah, we dub all of the foreign movies. We're the ones that do them all.
You know what's funny? Like there's like American actors in the show playing like VIPs, and they have them. They're like super fucking like stupid. And,
Yeah,
like,
they were terrible.
The way they sound is dumb, and I'm just like, you know what? That's probably what they think of everybody in America. Because why
Yeah.
else would they have them sound and act like that? There's no reason.
Oh, for sure. That was a slight to America.
Yeah.
That was a slight to America, as if like we're the ones getting fucked over, so you guys can be happy and like entertain yourselves. You know,
Man, that
which
was
in a
funny.
which in a way, I guess is that true? That's kind of true, right?
The show's probably a lot better if you understand Korean.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I bet.
I feel like there's so much probably that we don't get in translation, even with the subtitles.
Yeah.
That we don't get.
But I thought that show seriously jumped up to like my top 10. That was a fantastic
It's a
show. to
really
me, dude.
good show,
It was just
yeah, me
really well put together. Like the story is
Yeah.
really good. The way that like they develop like, damn, this guy's a bad guy, this guy's a good guy. And then they start to show different emotions, and the way like that Marble episode, dude. That was heavy because it
That
really
shit was
shows
heavy.
like the good and bad sides of them. Because at first you're like, man, these guys are good people. Like I'm still rooting for these guys, and then you see them start to do evil things that they had never done before,
I feel like
and take advantage of
everybody
people and
was
stuff.
Kind of like it's a fantastic show and it's very accessible.
I'm gonna say it's
But, yeah.
Jihan.
Who's that?
I was getting real sad.
The main character.
Yeah, the main character.
I was kind of
And
like,
he was
bro,
like,
kill this
so
dude.
it's fair that you fool me. I was like,
So the old man knew the whole time. He was
and I
tricking
knew
him.
he knew
and
it.
I called that from the beginning.
Dude, I called him. I
I
called
called
him being
001.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of
And
here.
I was like, he's the oldest guy. There must be something going on.
I knew that shit was bullshit.
Yeah.
Not bullshit, but I saw it.
Honestly, I couldn't have called that at all. I just thought he was an old man. I thought it was strange that he was there, but I didn't think anything else of it.
Doesn't matter. Let's just spoil it. Who cares, right, guys? You
It's-
don't care,
bro. It's been months.
The brother thing pissed me off. That guy got
The
done
brother-
so dirty. The cop.
Man,
He said, "Holy shit, that's my brother," and then he
I mean,
got
his brother-
popped right off.
I
his
didn't
brother
really-
saw him and then shot him in the face.
Shot him in the goddamn.
I didn't like that
Or
part.
his
that much.
chest. Sorry.
It was cool, but I didn't need it.
I hate when they do that though. When they shoot him in the chest and they die right away. They did the same thing in Game of Thrones when Jon Snow kills Daenerys. He like stabs her in like her stomach and she immediately dies.
Well, no,
she's like,
homeboy didn't die right away. He got shot in the chest.
Did he fall?
No,
Yeah,
he got shot in the chest, and then he looked at it for a few seconds, and then he like stumbled backwards and fell off the mountain.
Yeah,
I think, or did he get shot? Because he goes like, oh,
yeah, he got shot and then he fell.
and he's like falling back. What is that? Oh, it's a vacuum. Oh my god! I was like, is that a sitar? Ring a ding a ding. But yeah, it was a great show, guys. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
But you guys should check out Dune.
Yes,
That
but yeah,
movie,
Dune
that
is.
movie was amazing. That's one of the best sci-fi movies I've seen in years,
How
man.
did Timothee do?
Timothee
He was
Chalamet.
really good, bro.
Chalamet?
He was so good.
You know what I saw? I saw a tweet that said Timothee Chalamet sounds like the name of a very wealthy mouse. It does sound like the name of a very wealthy mouse.
Timothee Chalamet or Chalamet?
Chalamet.
Couldn't tell you.
Chalamet, I think.
Chalamet?
Chalamet.
I'm gonna say Chalamet.
So I heard it's a lot like
say Charlemagne.
Charlemagne, Timothy Charlemagne.
Charlemagne.
Timothy with two E's. That's silly.
Where is
Timothy.
he from?
I think he sounds
he
French.
American?
That sounds French.
He
to
must
me.
be French, bro. Chalamet. That
His name's
sounds
spelled like
French.
Timothy Timothe with a fucking little accent thing.
Yeah,
and
the
then
second E has a little accent.
Yeah, there's
on
no
it.
way that's just like American.
I heard it was very much like a sci-fi Game of Thrones, where they're like
That's-
building a really intricate world.
That's exactly what I was about to say. It's pretty
He's from
much
New York.
He's from New York.
Where's
New
his
York.
fam from?
Yeah, where's his family from?
Of course, he's from New York.
French.
France.
They're Frenchies.
Yeah.
France.
Yeah, I had a feeling. But yeah, it is like it's like sci-fi Game of Thrones for anyone who's interested. But it's a movie.
It's amazing.
It's pretty long. It's like 2 hours, like 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. But
Did it feel
honestly,
like
to me, it didn't feel like it. Like it moves. Like it starts off a little slow because you don't really know the world. So it's a kind of movie that's similar to like Mad Max, and to where it puts you right into the world, but it doesn't tell you what's happening in the world.
So you learn as you go.
Yeah, like
but
it
all you
throws
know is like it's a dystopian world.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a desert basically.
Exactly. Like you don't know the terms and shit. It just throws you into the movie and you're like, oh shit, what's happening? But like after like 20 minutes, it's pretty easy to like, okay, this is what's happening. This is why they're going here. And then like the movie just starts rolling like quickly, like action, like
love that type of shit.
all this kind of shit.
but I can see why some people don't like it.
I can see why, but
I
those
can see
people
why.
are
I
fucking
I just
horrible.
hate those people that are like, it's just too confusing.
No, it's not that it's confusing. It's just like halfway through the movie, something happens, and then like the whole movie changes.
Oh.
Like it becomes a whole nother movie, and then I feel like they didn't do a good job, like maybe explaining like what it is to fans or like to people that go to watch it, because it's not like just a one and done movie. Like this is like a part one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
of
gonna be
some shit.
a whole like
of some shit that's about to go crazy.
So to be fair, in the credits, in the beginning
It
credits,
does say
it
part
does
one.
say Dune Part 1.
But it also says, "Oh, hey, you gonna watch Timothee Chalamet and Zendaya." Zendaya was in that bitch for 4 minutes.
That's what I
she was in a
heard.
total screen time probably like 10 minutes.
She was
what
on
I
that bitch for
heard.
4
But
minutes.
she's
They
gonna-
would have been a killer little couple together. I don't know if they're supposed to be.
But she's going to be in the
dating,
second part. She's going to be a big
Yeah.
role in the second part. Like a big role.
But it's a great movie. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely no idea what it's about. All I know is they're rolling around looking for the spice. That's all I know.
Just imagine,
That's all I know.
just imagine Game of
The spice
Thrones.
melange.
Just imagine Game of Thrones in space. That's all you need to know.
All right, I fuck with that. And the
Yeah.
spice is the throne.
Yeah,
Put a spice of alone.
Spice melange.
it's too complex to like describe the actual story itself. There's like too much shit going on, too many characters. Like it's too big to like describe in one bucket.
I like what
Yeah.
they're going for, though, man. I appreciate this type of shit. Like, what really made me mad was that whole like Mario thing when they talked about like Chris Pratt's gonna be Mario and all this type of shit.
Wait, what happened with that?
Well, there's gonna be a new Mario live action movie,
Hilarious.
and Chris Pratt is
Is
Mario. I forget who's Luigi, but someone stupid. Like,
Get a real Italian.
yeah. Imagine Chris Pratt in a fucking in overalls acting like Mario.
Fucking-
And of course, he's not gonna have an accent because that's inappropriate.
racist.
And so it just makes me mad that they do that sort of shit. You know, like we don't need a live action Mario movie. I need Dune movies.
Dune
I
is
know
great.
it's after a book, but still, like it's original. I'm assuming.
The book is very original.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the movie. Like I don't think there's much.
The book has its own dictionary.
Yeah.
Wow,
Like, it's
some
crazy.
Game of Thrones shit for
Yeah,
real.
like, you can't read it without the dictionary. I actually just got the
gosh.
book because I was interested in the
Yeah,
movie,
that's
so I
just
bought
crazy.
the book and I've been reading it. It's really interesting.
Ooh, okay.
It's very good. But do
Yeah, I'm
not
gonna watch
expect like action. It's a very good character movie.
I did want to see Timothée Chalamet fighting.
He throws some hands.
Yeah, there's a little bit of
You're
action.
gonna get a good amount of action, but don't expect it to be like the end all be all.
It's not an action movie.
Maybe sword fighting. What's up with that? What are they, pirates?
There was
So-
They don't have guns?
There was
So,
sword fighting.
I
There's
think
a scene where they're fencing in the
the
trailer.
The story they didn't include some footage that they shot in the actual movie, but like
Yeah.
from what I've like know or what I read online, they don't have like as much Like they don't, I think at a certain point, like in time, because it's set in the year like 10,000.
Yeah.
They outlawed like conventional warfare with like guns and shit.
Oh, good old fashioned duels with swords.
Yeah,
I fuck with that.
because guns I think got like so advanced, it was up to the point where if anybody used a gun, it'd be mutually assured destruction. Like if I used a gun, like if you use your gun, I use my gun, we're all gonna die. So let's just use swords. That way, not every single person dies.
That's what we're getting to right now. These damn bombs are making them bigger and bigger.
Tell me about
Let's
it,
put old fashioned guns in our hands. Let's just go at it, guys. Let's just lower this population and fight it out and see who's the winner instead of just blowing each other up.
Now that's natural selection.
with swords.
No, with guns.
Oh, with guns.
with muskets.
With swords, now that would be crazy.
That's intense, man.
Imagine a world war with no fireable weapons. You can only use you can only use like nunchucks and swords and spears and shit.
Think about it like this. Out of all time, most wars were probably fought with swords.
Yeah.
Like majority, like I bet you probably less than 100 wars were fought with guns. Like
and you
major wars.
You probably just imagine all the cool like setups they would do, and all like you've seen 300.
Yeah.
The way they set up all the shields in the front, and they have like tactics and shit like that.
Dude, I feel like you have to with swords because you can't be like you can't be as like what's it called, like flexible, because you're literally carrying something that can kill someone.
Yeah.
But you have no range with it. You're like there's only a certain distance you can really get to them.
We both know we both got to get in each other's faces and throw these swords at each other. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to stab you, man. Come here. Come here.
I can't kill you from a distance.
Just throw it at him and shit.
So I gotta get near you.
I gotta get near
you.
Come here.
Somewhere.
Quit running. But so you recommend? What would you rate it? What would you both rate?
Dune to me it was a 10, bro.
I said I'm very picky with my tens. I'm gonna say 9 though.
Gio's real picky with his
I'm
10.
Ricky
I'm giving
picky
it a
with
10,
my
man.
10s.
I'm very picky with my 10s too, but
It's amazing.
I love sci-fi,
It's
so for me
amazing.
this was a 10, bro.
I'm excited. I might watch it in theaters, man.
It's a really good
honestly,
movie.
I think it'd be better to watch in IMAX because I watched it at home and I liked it, but I watched it in theaters and I liked it much more.
Yeah,
Just there's too many movies I want to watch in theaters.
Right now?
Yeah. Well, I want to see Antlers. Antlers just came
There's
out.
been a lot of good ones coming out.
Yeah, there's a new Guillermo del Toro movie.
Oh, that's him?
Guillermo, yeah. It's about a kid who I think's dad turns into a Wendigo, which is like a mythical creature.
Oh, okay.
Who knows what this is, but it looks like a moose. It looks like a big half human, half moose, creepy looking thing.
Yeah.
And I think his dad got turned into one, and he's got it locked like in their house, and he feeds it, and it appears like the guy escapes, and I don't know, and they're trying to find him.
Dude, Guillermo del Toro knows how to make the movies, man.
does,
Like
bro.
the movie where the chick fucks the water alien thing. The shape
Shape of
of water. That's a good one, dude.
You guys ever seen Hellboy?
Yeah,
It reminds me
No,
of
I
Abraham
haven't
Lincoln
seen
in
Hellboy.
Hellboy. Because in
haven't seen
Hellboy,
Hellboy.
Abraham Lincoln, they turned him like into some like weird mermaid mutant thing.
Yeah.
And he's like alive. Like they currently have him alive, like in a cryogenic chamber or something.
That was a
He-
good
he
a
made-
good series of movies.
He made a good series of
He made
comics.
Hellboy?
Yeah.
He did?
I didn't
Guillermo
know
del
that.
Toro?
Hellboy.
He did make Hellboy. That's
made
right.
Hellboy.
He didn't write the books, but he did.
He made
Not
the
the
movie.
newest
Yeah,
one.
he
He
made
did.
the movie.
He didn't do the newest one.
That's
did
right.
He did the first trilogy.
No, I think it was just
trilogy.
2.
Oh, it was 2?
I
Okay.
think so. Or maybe it was just 1. And then this
It was
new one
more than
2.
it was more than one.
It was more than 1?
It was
Okay,
more
then
than
I
one.
think it was 2.
I forgot
I
who it
fucked with
was.
Hellboy. Hellboy is cool, but this new one, I guess they fucked it up.
Yeah, it was David Harbour.
But he's got another movie
Bands.
called Mama. That's an absolute banger too.
I don't think I've seen Momo. It's the one where like that chick is out in the woods with her kids or something like that.
So basically, this chick's brother dies.
Oh, God.
They don't know how he dies, but he died. Oh no! I think at the beginning of the movie it shows you it's like a murder suicide.
Uh-huh.
So he kills his wife. He's out like in a log cabin with his kids. I guess they're on vacation, and he took him out there so he could do this. He kills his wife and then kills himself. And the 2 daughters are still. Oh no! He kills his wife. And he's about to kill the 2 daughters.
Okay.
And he's like super sad and he's like crying. He's like, come on, let's get in the car. And he's going to go take him somewhere and kill him and shit. Really fucked up. And I guess there's like a spirit in their house or something like that, in that cabin. And it saves them and it kills the dad. And it basically looks after these 2 children for years and years. And it starts off with the dude's sister. They're basically like, they go out on like searches, like search parties, like often to go look for the kids. They've been doing that for years. And then one day they finally found them in that cabin by themselves. And they're like, how the fuck have they survived? And like all this shit.
Feral ass kids.
Super feral kids. Super feral kids. Yeah, like crawling on the ground. Like they don't know English. They're like, yeah. Like that type of shit. And it turns out it's because the spirit was like raising them.
That's wild.
But it's really, really creepy.
I think
dude.
I've heard of that
like,
movie.
The villain design, like the creepy ghost design, is really good. She like crawls on the walls, and like she's really skinny. Like
That's what he's really good at is designing his like creatures or spirits or like demons, whatever. He's really good at designing all of those.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
did another
is.
movie.
He
What was
is.
the movie where he had like it was like a monster and he had like the eyes on his hands?
Oh, Pan's
Ooh,
Labyrinth.
Pan's
that's
Labyrinth is a
that's
banger.
one of his best ones.
Pale
in my
Man?
opinion.
Yeah.
That
That's a
one's
good character
crazy. That one
good.
gave me nightmares. That one's really good.
Yeah, that one is really creepy. And it's so creepy because it's not fast-paced at all. That scene is, like, very slow.
Yeah.
And they're trying to escape, and, like, the guy's, like, slowly walking down the hall towards them.
Speaking of creepy, this made me think of another movie, but like not creepy in like a good way. Like, oh, this is a good scary movie, but like it was a shitty movie and it's creepy in like it actually happened in real life.
Oh, man.
Where did you guys ever hear about the story about how these people they had adopted the young girl? I think she might have been like 10 or 11 or something like that. They were like a couple. They didn't have any kids, and they adopted this young girl. They bring her into their home, and she's living with them. So what happens is like they start to get sick, and they're like wondering why because they're like perfectly healthy, and they find out the girl's been poisoning their like coffee and tea and shit, and like trying to like steal their assets. And then listen, they figure out the girl's not a girl; she's like a 30-something-year-old Ukraine woman.
That's real?
Yeah,
That
That
was
really
a real
happened?
story.
happened in the United
Yeah.
States.
Are you fucking kidding?
It happened in the United States.
I've seen that movie, and I was like,
Orphan.
The Orphan.
That
Yeah.
movie's horrible.
That
Doesn't she try to fuck the dad at
She
one
tries to
point?
fuck the dad, and
That's
that's how he finds
insane.
out. That's how he finds out. She's
He's
like,
like-
"What is up with you, you little bitch?"
This ain't no 10-year-old coochie.
Yeah, this ain't no 10-year-old coot. She has like a little thing around her neck, and it turns out because it's like something. I forgot what. I think she was like chained up, and that's why she's so fucked up, and like she has like scars all around her neck.
Oh, my
And she
God.
wears like a ribbon around her neck, like a little weird girl. But she's actually a 35-year-old Russian lady
35-year-old Ukraine woman or
trying
some
to bone
shit.
the husband.
Like a little weird girl.
Oh my god!
Isn't
I didn't
that
know that was
strange?
real.
Yeah, it was here in the U.S.
What an absolute. Pretty good.
Okay.
Good acting on her end.
All right,
huh?
let's
like,
put- let's
how
put-
did she pull it off?
Let's put you in a situation. You and your wife adopt this kid. Let's say you're both infertile. You can't have kids, so you adopt this girl. She's good at first. For the first year, she's like, she's legit. You think she's a little girl. She's behaving, and then you start to get sick, and then you find this shit out. What do you do?
I'll beat the fuck out
Dude,
that
I'm murdering
I'm
her.
beating the fuck out
Oh, that
of
bitch! I knew it was you. Come on.
Serious?
You can't take me. I don't care if you're 35. Look at you, small ass. Come here. I'm
Well,
gonna
she is Ukrainian.
I'm gonna curb stomp her. I'm gonna
curse.
I'm gonna kick her
curb
clean.
stomp her.
Imagine a kick on the bottom of the foot, clean to the front of your face.
So you approve
Like a
beating
nut.
women? I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Only when they're trying to kill you and bone your husband. No, but I mean, I would immediately tie her up and call the cops and be like, "Yeah, we caught you. If it wasn't for those meddling kids, I got you, you bitch."
Man, I'm kicking that girl. I'm kicking the fuck out of her.
If she runs at me with a knife, listen, there's
At that point, bro-
I guess there's lots of things that scare me. in real
At that
life,
point,
but-
bro, it's raps. You
It's
run at me
raps.
with a knife, bro, you're dead.
Yeah, no, there's no morals. Morals are out the window. I'm here to kill you.
Gender goes out the window.
So speaking of lacking morals, recently in Houston, kind of near like where my parents live, kind of
Ay,
where,
ay, ay.
where Omar lives, there's an apartment complex. I'm pretty sure it's Section 8 housing, which is like in government housing. It's like
Yeah,
it's
project.
like free. It's like projects, right?
yeah.
They found like 3 or 4 kids living together. One of them 15, the others like 10, 11, whatever. And in the apartment, they found one of their dead siblings who was 9 years old. He'd been dead for a year in
Dude.
the apartment.
How fucking nuts.
In
is
the
that?
apartment?
In the apartment.
He was in another room. They just closed the room and left him in there. Or like the thing I kept thinking is like, did no one smell anything? He was there in the summer in the freeze just for a year,
Dude.
So
oh my God, that's true. The freeze.
yeah,
He was there for the freeze. Oh
that
my
boy is
God.
that boy is.
That's true. I didn't even
That's
think
sick,
about
man.
that. That is
So,
crazy. There
like-
was no heat, no nothing. Oh my God, that dead boy was in there in the free. He was basically a skeleton when they found him.
Yeah,
and
pretty
apparently
much.
the 15-year-old was too scared to like open the door, so they just left it closed forever.
Yep. So like the story of why it happened was,
I can get it a little bit, but that's a wide.
Yeah, but homeboy,
It's
you're 15. You
insane.
got to call the cops.
yeah.
But I mean,
Where's the
imagine,
But he's not in the right mind. He's 15. He doesn't know anything.
And if you think about it, like for one, their house situation must have been fucked up because that even happened to begin with. Plus,
Yeah.
it's
Where are they
pandemic,
parents?
So the kid that probably
I'm
happened when
gonna
the
I'll
kid
get
was like
into that.
13 and a half, 14. He wasn't even going to school or anything. He
probably
was like
didn't even know how
doing
to
school from
process it.
home. He didn't know how to process it. He
Exactly.
he was like, this is too much, man. If I call the cops, they're gonna like take me and my siblings away, and like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
this is gonna be fucked up.
So kind of what happened was the mom, the shitty fucking mom, was seeing this guy like, and I guess it wasn't one of the kids' dads. I think he was just like some dude, and like he was staying with them, and they were all living together at some point. And I guess the dude got like really aggressive one time, and he beat the 9-year-old to death.
oh my God!
Like the
dude.
coroner found like the 9-year-old's skull was fractured in a way like they can't be fractured unless someone like beats them.
It's
You
like
know what I
blood
mean?
trauma.
Yeah, trauma.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
Dude, that's terrible, man.
That
People are
sucks.
those are the type of people, man. Put me as the ruler of America. Not as a president, as the
Make
ruler
me
of
leader
America.
of the free world.
Yeah, no executive branches, none of that. It's all me.
They're done,
Dude,
bro.
those are the people that need to die.
Yeah,
those are the people
absolutely.
that never are gonna get rehabilitated. Those
A
people need to die.
A 9-year-old.
That's sick, man.
You can't beat a 9-year-old to
And then
death,
li-
dude.
listen to this. Apparently, that bitch was posting like recently, like within the last few months, she was posting videos on her like one of her social media like platforms. She was cooking for her man and shit.
Of that guy?
Yeah, of that guy. She was cooking for that guy, the mom, while her kids were starving somewhere. Her and her man were living somewhere else. She
That
was
is
cooking for
fucking
him.
crazy.
That's
Our
an
kids
evil
were starving.
bitch. That's an evil bitch. They don't even have school, man. How the fuck were they feeding themselves?
They were going to neighbors and asking neighbors for food. And some neighbors knew like something was wrong, but they didn't like
They didn't
pry.
know.
But they
Hey.
were just giving them food.
You know what's fucked up too? And you know, I live by these apartment complexes. AB used to live by these apartment complexes, and trust me, there's shit going down all the time. Like during the summer, you hear shooting like every night. And like every other night and shit.
You hear helicopter and shit.
You
like
see,
that.
yeah, you see like straight up helicopters, and like you see like cops all the time. You know what's crazy? One of these days, like around when that happened, I saw like it was literally maybe like 30, 40 cops just all around there, and like a bunch of fire trucks and shit. I bet that's what they were there for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's messed up shit, dude.
Probably.
But yeah, like apparently a bunch of neighbors had complained to the front office
Yeah, about the
it.
smell.
And they never did anything about
They
it.
didn't do- that's
but they
so-
complained about it several times, like
About
that
to
these
say-
kids are by themselves and like the smell and like all this shit. I'm sure they knew, like you said, something was wrong.
Yeah.
and they just never came to investigate it.
Wow, fucking shitty management, man.
Shitty,
Like,
dude. I bet they're gonna get sued or something.
I know.
By somebody. I don't know
I don't
who.
know if like do they even
like, how do you even like? What are you
if they're
suing for?
if they're
Negligence?
if they're Section
Negligence,
8,
yeah.
I don't even know if you can do that. If they're
Yeah,
Section
that's
8, I'm
true,
not sure
yeah.
if they are. Like if they're government housing, because
They're probably super understaffed.
yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
all super shitty. The management's shitty because it's all any government program. It's always going to be shitty.
Yep.
It's messed up, dude. Like, and it really makes you think. So the way that I drive through it, dude, because now every time I drive there, there's almost always like a news company set up,
Yeah.
like in front of the, because you can see it through the fence, because it's right off of the street.
Yeah.
So you can see the actual apartment where it was. They're like putting up like ribbons and shit like that, and like flowers like outside of it. But you can see like news companies set up and like a woman talking into a camera, like right there in front of it.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, that it's right there. It must be somewhere right there. That's crazy, dude. I drive by there almost every single day.
I know. It makes you think about like what if this shit is happening all around there, or like other shit like this is happening we don't even know.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure, dude. It has to be for sure. Dude, we know people. I know like 3 people from school that we went to, our high school, that died at City Park.
Yeah.
That died in the complex
that
of
died
City
in there.
Park.
And
for
probably didn't
different
even live
reasons.
there.
No, I don't.
They were just there.
2 of them that I know, yeah, they didn't. They just died there because one of them was shooting dice. The other one, I forgot what was going on. I think he tried to rob someone. He got shot.
Yeah.
Or other way around. Someone's
Well-
trying to rob him and he got shot.
If it's the first one,
No.
I
Then, yeah, you
mean,
deserve it. You deserve it.
If it's the first
Other
one,
way around. I think he was
Yeah.
selling someone weed and they tried to rob him and he
that's-
tried to be like, no, fuck this, and be like a hero, and then he died.
Yeah, that sucks.
And then something else happened to somebody else that I didn't really know.
Man, getting robbed during a drug deal, that must
That's
be
scary.
Garbage.
that must be horrible.
And like weed? You know how much weed it
Yeah,
would take
bro.
for it to be worth it? Like pounds, dude. You're gonna rob someone for like an ounce?
2
like-
grams?
Yeah, it's like
Ridiculous.
$200. You're gonna go to jail for $200?
Allegedly, that's what I heard.
That's not worth it. That's not what I heard.
But nah, that place is crazy.
Yeah, it's some crazy shit going on there all the time. And it really, man, like, I bet those kids have fun because you see them outside, like, those kids are straight up kids.
They
because
play
So
outside.
they're having
play.
fun while their siblings in the other room rotting.
it's messed up, dude.
How much fun can you really have?
Not
those
a lot.
kids.
Not a lot of fun.
Not a lot.
Not when you're
You
kids.
can't even invite anybody to your apartment.
You're like, why the
you're
fuck
trying
does
to
it
have
smell so much? I don't like going over there. It smells too much.
You know, let's just not hang out here
I don't
anymore.
like going to Josh's apartment. It stinks
Hey, all
there.
right, but think about this. Think about the first 2 weeks. It was probably really cool because there was no parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though your sibling is freshly dead in the other room.
Yeah, but then after like a month and a half, he was like, you know what, this is getting out of hand. After like 5 months, he was like, it smells unbearable.
He's
in
like,
here.
"Yeah, this is horrible, and I got to take care of these fucking.
No, but it
little
really makes you
kids."
think, what did that smell like? That
It
must
was
have been absolutely embarrassing. What about their
horrible.
lights and their water and shit? Did they
You know
not
what that
have
means?
any
I don't-
utilities?
I don't think they were living.
They weren't
in
showering.
Yeah, they weren't. I don't think they had anything on.
So if
they were just going to
stink-
neighbors' houses and doing stuff there.
Yeah.
Bro, if they stink, you think they're gonna notice the dead body smell from the other room?
Oh, it was probably
They
like
stink just as bad.
it was probably like
Yeah.
rats and roaches in that bitch.
that place
Like,
probably
Yeah.
smelled.
they don't know how to clean
disgusting.
stuff. They're kids.
That shit.
Everything was probably just as dirty as when their parents left.
yeah.
Probably.
Evil ass bitch, man. Who does? And it's crazy how she got this far. I wish she would have got caught
It
a long
really
time
is.
ago. It's crazy how like they fucking and I knew that's what happened, dude. I didn't know exactly what happened, but I was like, I bet you anything these were like some tweaking ass shitty parents, and that kid died from like either they killed him or from negligence, and they were like, fuck it, let's just bail. And they bailed, and like
but
for
you
whatever
leave
reason,
the
it took them a
kids.
year to get caught.
That's like idiotic to leave the kids.
I know, man.
Yeah, that's a mess.
Because then they know everything that happened.
And they got lucky because the kids were too scared to call
And
anybody.
like the fact that she stayed with the dude was even more fucked up after he killed her kid.
Then you posting them?
Some people are fucked
And you
up in the
posting
head,
them?
bro.
Posting them?
cooking for him and posting them.
How
killed
dare
your
you
son.
make that Alfredo for him?
Those
What's
people,
wrong with you?
that's public stoning, bro.
That's
public
public
stoning.
stoning.
And we should all get a piece of that kill. You
I
know,
should
we
be
should
able to
all
get-
get a piece of it.
I should be able to throw a golf ball at him from 5 feet away.
Oh my
'Cause
god!
he's
Can you imagine?
terrible.
You pay like $100 for the day, and you could just launch golf balls at this lady's head.
That'd be kind of
And
tight.
she's like buried in the sand.
That'd be kind of tight.
That'd be kind of tight.
That'd be
Yeah,
kinda
like
tight.
Saudi Arabia, like a stoning or something.
yeah.
like
You ever
that?
seen what that looks like?
No, and I don't want to.
I don't want
I've
to
seen
see that,
videos
bro.
of it, and it
Horrible.
looks terrible.
They like bury them, and they're only like their head is above ground, right? And they're
pretty
like
much.
buried underground under sand and shit. And they just,
And they're just it's like 80 people around them, like
And they're
just
just throwing
straight up
rocks?
people, and they're just straight up picking up rocks off the ground and throwing them
That's
at their
crazy.
at, like at whatever they can land.
oh my god.
And I don't know if they deserve it, but it seems like a very fitting punishment for someone who deserves it.
Man, I
you know, like a
guess
really
so.
shitty person.
I don't know, man.
But then that just breeds your people to be like bloodthirsty.
yeah.
I want to kill him whenever you do bad.
I see you robbing that
Which,
store.
which is why we don't
Death.
have.
Kill him out here.
Which is why we don't have eye for an eye shit.
Yeah.
Because then imagine
Bring him into the street.
Like
Right?
the French, just bring him out and drag him out into the street.
He
and
stole
murder
3
him.
Jolly Ranchers.
And everyone's just cheering. Yeah.
cut his hand off.
Cut his hand off.
There's some countries I think that still do shit like that. If you
Yeah.
get caught stealing, they cut your hand off.
I think Saudi does that.
I wouldn't
Yeah, I
doubt
believe
it.
it. Bro,
I think
they're
Saudi does
wild.
And if they don't do
over
it, they
there.
just stop. Dude, Saudi just gave the right to drive to women about like in 2018,
Bro, that's
2019.
fucked, bro.
And even then, I bet they're still keeping an eye on them.
I bet you they get in so many accidents because they don't know how to drive well.
That's funny because that's probably true. They probably get a lot of. They probably get like tickets and shit all the time.
All the time. You're a woman? How long have you been driving?
You probably can't even
2
get out of it.
weeks.
Like in America, you could like flash a boob or something. Over there, they be like, "Hey, yo, you can't do that."
Yeah, that's
Can't
right.
do that. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
funny.
death. That's
And
it. Come with me.
And also think about any accident that a woman gets in over there, even if it's not her fault, it's going to be her fault.
her, bro.
The first thing cops gonna say is, "She's a woman. She's been driving 3 months. She does not know."
They T-bone her, and they're like, "Oh, just judging by the accident, I think it's you." And they
was your
barely
fault.
just got the right to work and shit.
That's crazy.
So if you
bro.
think about that shit, that was some straight up medieval stuff. Like they had no money. They legit couldn't do it. Like
They
there
were just
was no
nothing.
freedom,
They
even
were
if they
just-
wanted freedom.
they were just people. They were just
Yeah.
vessels. That's all they were.
And now
You give birth,
Vessels
and then
for-
that's
yep.
it.
Vessels
Afghanistan
for
was the same way, and then boys just got taken over by the Taliban. So now they were saying that like they're gonna let women work and they're gonna let women drive and shit, but they were like
That's bullshit.
under a few
Can I
under
say
a
how,
few rules.
How crazy it is that the Taliban has like a PR?
Yeah.
That is
Dude,
insane.
Dude, they
They
went to
have
the
social
UN.
media.
They went to the UN like fucking council and like spoke on behalf of themselves. They were like, "We are the leaders of Afghanistan. We want like we have some demands. It's not even
crazy.
demands. They were like, we have some terms and like we just want to talk." It's basically what they said.
I just want to let you know
Man.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Look, man, hey. I'm
That's what
here.
they basically did. They went to go let their presidents know, like, "Hey, we are here." Like
That is
and we want
hilarious.
actual relations with other countries. And China was like, "Sure thing," and so was a few other Middle Eastern countries. They're like, "All right, sure."
It's a shame that the U.S. couldn't do anything to like. We spent so much time and money there, and it was for nothing.
So
Yeah.
stupid, dude. All for our gain.
Oh, I mean, hey, man, that's America.
Because that's
America.
Because we didn't really do much. All we did was scare them out of the major cities.
And just take
we
shit.
took the oil, and then by the time we left, they were like strong as ever, bro.
Yeah.
On the outskirts, and they were just like, "All right, let's walk in."
Yep.
And that's what they did. And they took all the shit we left too. They took all the helicopters and fucking. You see them, bro? There's a whole battalion of like Taliban like soldiers or whatever the fuck, and they're all this whole thing that they do is they wear U.S. gear. So
That's
they're all
wild.
draped up in U.S. gear, like on purpose.
Bro.
It's crazy, and some of them aren't even wearing it right and stuff.
Maybe
like-
I need to put an American flag outside of my apartment.
That's what I'm saying. We need to
Maybe
put
I
American
need to, bro.
flags up everywhere.
I ain't gonna lie, because that shit sounds terrifying, bro.
That's some scary, scary shit.
Thank God.
That won't happen to us though.
Yeah, I don't
we're
think
too
so.
deep in the middle. We'll blow ourselves up before that happens.
Yeah,
I don't
anything
know,
like
bro.
that.
Some people wilding nowadays.
That's true, but I don't think we'll see anything in our lifetime. Like I don't think we'll see like a civil war in our
I hope
lifetime.
I'm old. I
hope
hope I'm old enough to like just get stabbed and like be left out of it.
Right?
Like, they don't want to shoot me or something.
Bro,
Getting
what
stabbed
if-
would suck.
What if they bring the draft back?
Dude,
I'm going to Canada.
I better be 60 or
100%
50 because I'm not
Canada.
joining that shit.
I'm gone, bro.
I'm
swimming to
fleeing,
Canada.
Yeah. I'm dying somewhere else.
You're not gonna find me.
Go ahead, look for me. Go ahead.
Look for me.
I'm in the woods like Jesse Pinkman. You'll never find me. I'm out in Alaska. You'll never find me.
Hell
man.
nah, bro.
No,
Fuck
that's
that.
Did you guys hear about Facebook changing its name?
What
Wait,
are
what
they
is the
changing it
name?
to? I didn't hear.
Facebook's name is going to be Meta.
Yeah, because
Meta.
Meta.
Zuckerberg he's on this metaverse thing.
Yeah,
huh?
he's trying to focus on the metaverse, which is like blending this social experience instead of having social experiences only on a social network. He wants to make it like where social experiences are integrated with VR and AR.
Yeah.
So he wants going to call the company now it's going to be called Meta.
Wow.
Yeah, he's really on this thing, bro.
The reason I think that he changed the name was because they were facing a lot of controversy from like Congress for like these the thing I told you guys about the Facebook files.
Yeah.
Basically, they found that Facebook basically learned that they're causing a lot of harm and they're not really doing anything about it.
Not the Cambridge Analytica thing. The like
That too. I mean, it's all-
everything.
everything that Facebook's done and what happened recently with like the Facebook files. And
But
how,
aren't they changing the name? It's like the parent company changing
Yeah.
the name, but Facebook's
Yeah.
still going to be the same.
Exactly.
So the actual website
yeah.
is still.
It'll still the
Yeah.
actual website will still be Facebook.
That
but
makes sense, though.
They're
Yeah, why would they
changing
change
like
that?
the parent company is only going to be known
It's
as
like how
Meta
Google
now.
isn't Google.
It's
like
Alphabet.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Is
like
it?
that.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, Google was under a parent company called Alphabet, but they used to just be Google. But
Yeah.
because Google started being called,
Doing all that bullshit.
they started being
called.
called. Yeah,
We got to change the name.
We gotta change that quick before they.
What's the
Alphabet.
word that they like? The alphabet. All right,
Alphabet.
These guys are okay with me. I haven't heard anything bad about them. It's Google the whole time.
Cool. I only hear
No,
good
yeah.
things about the alphabet.
There are good things about the alphabet. I love the alphabet.
I'll tell you what it is. It's lipstick on a pig.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
But
yeah.
at this point, bro,
And it
who
works.
cares? Because it's
It
going to be,
does?
it's a bunch of old ass people writing laws that don't know how to write laws about the internet, about none of that shit. They don't know how to regulate that shit.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
they think it's only affecting kids, bro. It's affecting people our age and people that's older.
It's just crazy, man, because when you really look at all like the harm that social media brings, you're just like, how do you fix this while
don't.
still keeping social media?
And I'm not going to lie. I
That-
think social media in itself is a good thing. I think people are just bad.
People are just bad.
Yeah.
And like it's not all people, but honestly, as I've
The
grown
popular
older and
people
you
are the
really
worst
learn
people.
more like about people and the way the world works and like, you know, the way this is fucking up this and it's all because of this, like money and this and that.
Yeah.
You really realize, yeah, there are a lot of people that are just genuinely bad people. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter how they
Absolutely.
got there. It doesn't matter like if they grew up in bad situations and they're bad now.
No, they end
The
up
point
bad.
is they're bad right now
Yeah.
and they're doing bad shit.
Yeah, they just lie and they don't care about other people.
And so many
yeah.
people in like very like prestigious positions of power are bad people, and they
hell
got there
yeah.
because they're bad people. Because you know they basically stepped on other people and it didn't matter.
And they lie.
They lie.
They cheat. And they steal.
Yeah,
God
man.
damn it.
Think about like, are there ones that are probably good? Like, I feel like Obama was decent, but at the same time, I don't know.
Nah, bro. He was doing wild
You
shit
know, a lot
too.
of fucked up shit in the Middle East.
Yeah.
I heard about
But
that.
at the same
He was
time, it's
having
like,
drone
people would always
shootouts.
be like that he couldn't really do anything about it, and he kind of I don't know, man. It's tough, bro. It's tough.
I feel like maybe he had ideals and then he got in and he was like, oh shit, I can't do anything.
At the end of the day, I think they're all bad. I think they're all just bad people.
You
And
have
by,
to be a bad
By
person
the
to be
time you
president.
get to that
Yeah.
position, you know what it is,
Yeah.
and you know like this is it. Like
And you wanna
I got to appeal
participate
to
in
these
it.
donors and shit.
You know
Yeah.
how the butter's made,
I
bro.
know how the butter's made. And Trump, like, he could just do whatever he wanted because he was balling out of control. But
Bro, Trump.
Obama was just like at ease at fucking
Trump's that guy, bro.
So did you guys hear Trump's gonna make his own social network?
Exactly.
What's it called again?
It's gonna be called Truth Social.
Truth Social. That's
Truth
what it was.
Social.
Yeah, it's pretty smart.
But it's
to be
gonna
honest.
it's gonna
pretty
it's gonna
smart.
be
You know how stiff that is?
it's gonna be like
It
a
is
video
stiff, yeah.
a video platform like
It's gonna be like Facebook,
something
right?
something like Instagram. Yeah, kind of like Facebook. It's gonna have like all kinds of components. It's gonna have like a Twitter type component. Like it's gonna be like crazy.
Let
That
him
was
back
stiff.
on Twitter, bro. I miss him.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Them motherfuckers is entertaining.
He was funny as hell.
I'm sad that they're all gone. That they
Okay,
all
well,
got
so
blocked.
science. We don't listen to science. It's China. It's just like every time you see a video of him, you're like, this guy.
Bro.
I rate him up there with like Takashi 6ix9ine. Like I have a good
Yeah,
time
absolutely.
watching this
What
guy's
a wild
videos.
time in life, bro.
Wait, so
Yeah, what a crazy
would
time.
you log on to this social network?
Hell yeah.
I am.
I would.
I'm curious as to what it's
Bro.
going to be.
I can't feed into that fire, man.
I'm just so curious.
Bro, after
the
that
more
January
foot
6th
traffic
shit-
they get, the more they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is a real thing. Let's just keep pumping
keep
money into
doing
it
it.
until it's actually." A
Oh,
real
baby,
thing.
it's already a real thing.
It's gonna be a real thing, yeah.
They recently announced like that they used kind of like a shell company, like a Spock. They used like a shell company, and they used that to house the social network, and that went public like a few weeks ago. The stock went from like I think it was like $8 to like $180 or something like that.
And so what does that mean? Like they're the ones that handle servers and all that shit?
People invest in
it's just a shell company. But like, you know what I mean? Like a shell company doesn't really do anything. It's just a holding company. But like that company went public, but that holding company holds Truth Social. What's going to be Truth Social?
And other social medias or just any
for
other
now,
company?
for now, just it holds just Truth Social.
Oh, okay.
But like a lot of people made a lot of fucking money off of that. And I'm like, bro, there's no way Trump didn't have some money invested in this.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Hell
That way
yeah.
like, he could just make a clean few billion, maybe not trillion, maybe a clean few billion off of that trade. Just boom, sell it.
To be honest, bro, if he just steals like Twitter's UI, UI, UX, or the user experience type shit, bro, he'll be fine.
So what he did,
He'll be okay.
I've been reading about it. So they stole a lot of like code and a lot of like the design from a company called Mastodon. And they do like a lot of their own like software development and shit like that. So a lot of everything is already stolen. And
how do they get away with that?
they don't. There's a lawsuit. There's already a huge lawsuit underway.
Oh my god. they don't.
Right? Isn't that funny? In classic Trump fashion, there's already a lawsuit.
And the shit hadn't even gone out yet.
Before it even launched.
And the cocksucker has so much money, I bet you anything is just going to keep getting pushed back until 2024. And like nothing is going to happen.
Let me tell you,
he don't got no money.
He's not going to see a day in court.
Yeah.
He's never going to see a day in court.
What a
at all.
son of a
Trump,
bitch.
he don't have money. He has relationships.
Yep.
He really.
If he had money, he would not be on tour right now.
True.
That
That's
motherfucker
very
is
true,
on
yeah.
tour and he's selling out.
He wouldn't be worried about any of this.
I don't even know how people know when he's like going to be somewhere.
How does anybody feel like I can trust this dude and I should work for this dude? How does anybody feel that? All of these people, like all of these like top officials and these people like that were his right hand man, like these guys are all going down and these guys are all going out sad.
But they don't.
How
they
the fuck
don't-
are people still being like, you know what? This guy could bring me something good in life.
They don't trust him. They just using him because he
But
got
he-
all the
but-
clout right now.
It's Trump's already 2 steps ahead. He's using
Yeah.
you. You're
Yeah,
using
he's-
him, but
yeah.
he's using you while you're using him.
Bro, he's
Yeah.
using
and at
him.
the end of the day, he's gonna scrap you off, and he's gonna be
Bro,
good.
if he leaves, if he like decides to run again, like on his own shit, bro, he could win. He could win. He could have.
Apart from the Republican
He was
Party.
so
Bro,
close
the
this last
Republican
time.
Party is dead, bro. When
Yeah.
when he was running and he started saying all this extreme shit, they were like, "Hey, that guy, he's on to something.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That guy, he knows
you know
something."
what? We do need a wall.
And then he was the president. He was the
Dude,
president,
yo.
and then they say, "Yeah, the shit." Like he was on the other side, and he told them everything, and they're like, "Well, they're still up there doing bad things." I'm like, bro, he was there. He was there. That was your man.
That was your man's.
And that shit pisses me off. And then to be poor ass people believing in this fake rich ass white man.
Dude, I know.
that
You
he's
think he
the
can't?
savior, bro?
Just because he pulled up to your bullshit ass hick town and like talked to y'all, talked to like 1,000
He don't
of you guys,
like you.
He doesn't give a shit about
He
y'all.
probably bathes himself in Purell after leaving those towns. I promise.
yeah.
He gets off the stage, he's like, damn, them motherfuckers stank
He's
up
like,
there.
ugh.
Like
He's
that
like
guy,
the poverty is disgusting.
the things he would
That's
do.
probably what he thinks.
You would be like, this guy is so disconnected with the world. He is so
Bro.
rich. Like when he went to Puerto Rico and was tossing out those paper rolls, those paper towel rolls, he was tossing them into the crowd like they were T-shirts at a basketball game, bro. He was tossing them out, and he was loving it too. He was doing shots and stuff. Like they love this, don't they? Look at him taking pictures. They love it. Like it's crazy, man.
But that is insane, bro. And man, that is crazy.
But I think he was the perfect symbol for America during that time.
Bro, he is
just
America.
He is America. Like the
America.
chaos and like the greed and like just the bullshit, the facade, the con man shit. That's all. That's America. Like
is
wrapped
America.
up in its essence.
he put a real serious wedge in our our races and shit like that.
For sure.
Because it was already there before, but
Yeah.
now it really got fucked up. And then the George Floyd thing absolutely ruined it, and the way he went about it absolutely ruined it. And then they were like, yeah, fuck this. Like all the black people and all the people that feel like fuck the cops, they were just like, yeah, fuck the cops times 10 now. Fuck these guys.
Yeah.
I was right. These guys suck. And it's just giving everything a bad name, and it's just dividing us as a country, which is bad.
I just think it was always there, but it was like underlying.
Yeah.
Like, but now it's just like,
And now
bro,
it's
social
blatant.
media at this point, bro, it's like it plays such a big ass role in everything.
Yeah,
But-
because now you can see this, and some of these videos, bro, you look at it and you're just like,
You know what's-
you're just like, dude, there's no situation where this is justified. Like this
Yeah.
is fucked up in every single way.
I feel like we never had presidents before who purposely drove groups apart.
Yeah,
Like it was always like, let's come together as Americans.
That's true.
But this was very much like from the get go. He
this
was
was
like,
on purpose.
from the
Yeah.
from the get go. He was like, if you don't like me, fuck you. Very much from the
My
get
man,
go.
On the flip side, the other people were like, if you like him, fuck you. If you
Yeah.
like me, you're awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was very, yeah,
It
you're
was
right.
never like that before. There was like with Obama, it wasn't like that.
Because
Bush,
even then
it
they would
wasn't
try to
like
appeal
that.
to Republicans, and
With
Republicans.
Obama, it sort of was. I remember we was in
But he would
school.
still try to appeal to
Bro,
Republicans.
Nah, when Obama
be like,
ran,
I don't feel that way
Well,
about
okay,
you
maybe
guys.
not that, but I remember when Obama ran, right? and we were like 11, so we was in like 5th grade. Maybe.
Crazy, huh?
So we were passing around like notes around class, like who would you vote for? And there was one white girl in my class, and she was the one person that hit John McCain. And everybody looked back at her like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
She did it blatantly. Y'all knew it was her.
We knew it was her because she was like looking down.
Damn.
She was looking at her desk.
You better lie, bitch. Why would you say that?
But I was like, man, this is wild. And we were 11, and we already know this shit. So think about it.
You know what's crazy? If John McCain was alive and he ran now, he'd be considered someone in the center.
Yeah, that's
He wouldn't be
hilarious.
like a guy on the right. He'd be like in the center.
At the time, I didn't know much about politics, and I never bothered
is
to like, look
crazy.
into it, so I don't know what he was all about. How he was like halfway, a little bit halfway.
He was pretty.
Yeah.
He was a Republican, but he was very moderate. Like he wasn't like too like crazy on
what we
shit.
need, man.
And then Mitt Romney wasn't even Christian, so they was like, get him the
He
fuck
was
outta
a
here.
Mormon.
He was a Mormon.
They don't trust him.
How
So they
weird is
didn't-
this country, dude?
And he almost won. A Mormon white dude almost beat a
Are
black
you
man.
kidding me? He's a fucking Mormon? I had no idea. I'm not voting for
How many
him.
wives? How many wives he got?
How many wives he got? Does he respect Jesus? like
And the real Jesus, not
what
that
is
alien
this
Jesus.
country, bro? What?
Alien Jesus.
Not that alien
Whatever
Jesus.
they
Ancient
believe in.
aliens, Jesus. Hey, you know, I heard what happened to Jesus recently, right? So someone explained to me how Jesus came to be and how he like martyred himself or whatever. So God told him that these people were so bad that he was going to kill them unless. Now I'm sure there's a lot more to it. Unless Jesus sacrificed himself to save these guys.
For the sins, bro.
How does that make sense?
It died for our
None of
sins.
it makes sense.
Is God just a really bad guy? He's like, oh, sorry, my son.
Bro,
Like,
what's
I
this-
know you're an adult, and I know you want to live your life. You know, you're in your mid-20s probably. What was Jesus?
I think he was
Jesus.
30s. I think he was 30.
Jesus was like almost my age. You tell me Jesus didn't want to go out and get laid and have a good time?
For real.
So Jesus,
He was damn near dead.
and they were pissed as fuck at him because he was doing some miracles, and God was like, well, they hate you, man, and they're bad people, so you got to kill yourself. And Jesus was like, all right, I'll do it. And they fucking killed him, and this is how we came.
But
Didn't
then,
he rise
he
again?
rose from the dead.
How does it make sense?
It was him and the tiger.
Why would he be turning water into wine? Why wouldn't he be doing something else?
I don't know, man. The whole thing is sketchy to me because, like, okay, it was a long time ago, but there was shit that's been documented from way longer than that. So, like, wouldn't they have been able to tell? Like, wouldn't there be more, like, evidence of shit?
Yeah.
Like,
I be thinking like, wouldn't there be another one by now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
That's what I'd be like.
We need
I'm
a
like,
Jesus right now, player,
Yeah.
not back
Like-
then.
like,
Why would you turn all my water into wine?
There's a lot of stuff going on right now. We need a Jesus.
Yeah, like-
Jesus, come down and feed
it's
these
strange.
starving people.
for real.
like, why would it happen and then just, like, it would completely go away and there's no indication of anything religious ever happening again, like,
Yeah.
ever? Like, why would it just happen during that span of time, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, within those, like, 1,000 years, all that shit happened and then nothing else ever again?
Yeah.
Before
Crazy.
that, there was religion, but nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like, why did these catch on?
That's a really good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
all around that same time, they're like, yeah, it all happened, and a bunch of shit happened at these different places.
And then never again.
yeah, and then never again.
But look-
and we wrote the books though, so we're
It's
good now.
crazy. Like, look at the
What?
look at the Greeks. They fucking lived. They were intelligent. They were able to like
They
design,
wrote down hella shit.
They wrote plays. They wrote down
wrote hella
like
shit.
guides on how to build like aqueducts. All this kind of like sophisticated shit. They weren't fucking savages. They were able. Well, they were savages, but they were able to live with religion without religion. Like,
Yeah.
without true religion. They had like like some kind of like
Socrates and shit.
polytheistic type religion, but they're mostly just like philosophy. That's like what they believed in.
Makes you wonder.
I got a whole book about Socrates being in court, and that's like the most banging philosophy book ever.
You said
Yeah.
court?
Shit. Yeah, when he was on trial.
Didn't
Touching
he?
them
Didn't he
kids.
get like
He was touching them kids.
Yeah, that's what he went.
Didn't he
to
get
touching
sen-
them.
didn't he get sentenced? Didn't he get
Socrates,
sentenced to
you
death?
bad boy. Yeah, he got sentenced to
I
death.
think he got sentenced to death.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
you kidding? That's how Socrates died.
Yeah.
They don't tell you that stuff. they just
Tell you
put
that
put
stuff.
the quotes on Tumblr, and you just like Socrates. This guy, this guy just made quotes. But he got fucking murdered on trial for touching boys.
Besides that, it is.
Besides that, he
Besides that,
was a smart
It was
fella.
some other shit too.
It's shocking to think that people were that smart back then. Like
Yeah.
the shit that like if you read the shit that he was saying, I'm like, bro, how the fuck like how did people know this back then?
Yeah.
Like
just smart motherfuckers.
they're just
that were-
observing and like
Yeah.
this tells you people were like it tells you people back then were as intelligent as they are now, probably more if
Absolutely.
not, right?
Truly
so like
thinking out of the box.
so like
Yeah.
did intelligent people back then not like see the whole religion thing and think, let me write this down and pass it on to my kids?
Exactly.
If like there was a third hand account like of the shit happening.
But on the flip side, they're actually the ones who were like, we don't approve of this, right? Like
What-
most philosophers didn't approve of religion, did they?
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
But what I think happened was that all the people in power, probably intelligent, rich people, they got together and they decided, hey, like let's find something we can push. Let's just push this religious thing.
Yeah.
And they started to push it that way. Like slaves and all these people will believe, and the poor people will believe that in heaven there's going to be a good life for them. There's pie in the
How
sky.
crazy is that?
You know what I mean? Like work your whole life. Your life will be shit, but it's okay because once you die, you'll go to heaven.
Yeah.
You're going to see all your relatives, all your ancestors. It's
You're
going to
get a white
amazing.
robe.
It's just like imaginary police.
Pretty much.
Imaginary police.
Imaginary people that are like, fuck, I can't do this. The angels are going to see me.
In a way,
God's going to see me.
God's gonna
not to be
see me
fucked
beat my
up.
dick.
Low-key is genius on the fucking rich people's part.
It is.
'Cause
Oh, yeah.
They didn't have to do anything. They just spread an idea because they realized like ideas are more powerful than war. So like we just spread these ideas. The poor people will like adapt it, and we can have them as slaves forever without them ever questioning like if their lives are ever going to get better or if they're going to want to do fucking revolts and shit.
How fucking crazy is that?
That's
It
why I'm
worked.
like, if you believe in
Worked like a
God,
dream.
if you believe in God and you're not white, bro, there's something I don't know what's with you, bro.
At this point, if you believe in God and there's no questions asked, and you're like I can't hear the other side of this because I know God exists. Do you though? You seen him?
But do you?
You seen him?
What does he look like?
But do
Tell
you
me.
know he doesn't exist?
Do you know?
Oh.
No, but on the flip side,
God could be in this room right now.
because it really makes you think. Like
Gio starts levitating.
God is dressed like Napoleon Dynamite right now. I knew it, Gio. I knew it. No, but like, where was I going with this? I forgot.
I don't know. If your last name isn't Rothschild, bro, you should not believe in God.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers need to believe in God.
Like on the flip side, like if you think about the Big Bang and like on the other side, like if God didn't exist, what would be the ideal situation, or like what could we predict would be the most natural situation that how we came to be? If there's
I'm
no
not gonna
God?
lie, bro. I think
Kinda
life,
weird,
life is not as like symbolic as people think.
I
Shit
agree.
just be happening.
I think it's just straight up like
We just got here.
I think it's all chaos.
it's just different
Yeah.
elements knocking into each other on accident, and this is what.
Like, I don't believe in karma. I don't believe in motherfucking astrology.
no
and all that
karma,
shit.
no luck, no astrology.
People fuck up and shit just happens.
Yeah.
You move on.
There's tons of people that are in terrible
they're
people that are in great situations.
Terrible
Yep.
people.
But I believe karma in a way where it's like if you're doing bad shit to people, eventually, it's gonna get around, blah blah blah, and something's gonna get bad done to you. Like that's how I see it, like in a realistic way, not in a like if I do this, it for sure is gonna come around and fuck me over.
Yeah, it's gonna be
But if I'm a
reciprocated.
shit person and I'm not taking advantage of certain situations and I'm fucking people over, maybe that person could have put me in a better situation.
Yeah,
eventually, you know what I
see
mean?
what you're saying. Like, you're inadvertently you're gonna get yourself into something shit, and because of your own doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're putting
exactly.
blocks in. You're putting obstacles in your
That's like
own
a-
life.
I
On
feel
like-
on accident.
I feel like there should be a different word for what you just described, Omar. Not
Yeah.
karma, like something more realistic.
Barma.
Barba.
But no, the straight up karma, like you do bad things and bad things get done to you. I know tons of people that do bad things and they are
And they're
doing
okay.
just fine in
They,
life.
they're doing better than me.
Yeah, they're pretty happy right now.
I'm like, shit.
Yeah, Epstein had a good time until he died. So what? He was in jail for 2 weeks. That sounds like a pretty sweet life to me, doing fucked up stuff
Until he died, you know.
until he died. But he enjoyed his life for like 60 whatever years.
That motherfucker ain't dead. That motherfucker on Mars right now.
You think so? You think Elon? He was the first one that Elon put up there. Elon
shot him to Mars.
Epstein, don't say a word.
He's up there by himself
Yeah.
with 15-year-olds.
But who knows, man?
I think
I
he
wonder
was.
if there was a
I
God.
think he was killed for sure. He was killed,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
the circumstances around it were weird.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of places that you can go and not be seen.
Because dude, the guy was in maximum security. The cameras, for whatever reason, at
Turned
that
off.
time turned off.
And the
Makes no
security
sense.
guards was just not paying
They
attention.
just weren't around. And he wasn't. He was on suicide watch, so he wasn't supposed to have anything that he was able to kill himself with. When you're on suicide watch, they got you like in a straight jacket and shit with like no blankets in there and shit.
Yeah.
So how the fuck did he have a blanket? How did he have the time to kill himself? Like the guy, it was so blatant too.
It was the
It
whole
was
thing.
so blatant.
It's so strange, man. Like it just gets brushed under the rug for what's happening on the next week in the news.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
And
then
it's
Ghislaine
like-
Maxwell, I forgot she even existed.
Exactly.
She's still here.
And
She's
she's
her
got
trials.
dirt in that
Her
head
trials
of hers.
coming up. Her trials coming up.
Watch her die.
Ghislaine.
I don't think we're gonna see that shit.
Ghislaine.
It might watch it get delayed again because it was delayed a few times. But I hope they put that bitch on trial and I hope she talks, even though I know she's not going
she
to.
ain't gonna.
Yeah, man.
She's not
They
say
gonna kill
shit.
themselves because my man, what's the Prince? That man died.
Oh,
He
yeah.
got out of there.
Prince Harry.
Harry, is it Andrew?
Oh, was it Andrew?
No,
I'm sorry.
Andrew's
It was
Andrew's the one who did that shit. He didn't die.
Well, he looked like he knows something.
No, he's the one who fucked. He
That's why
was
he
he was
loses all
fucking the
that hair.
underage chick. He's the one where there's a bunch of evidence against him.
Oh my god.
Like a bunch of evidence. He got served papers to come like.
You got
to-
served, player.
He got served to go to the United States to be in court.
He was like, nah, no thanks. Just didn't show up.
I don't know. I don't know when they're gonna bring him, but for sure I know he got served. I read it.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got it if he
This
wants
is
to live with his
crazy.
lady over here.
You know who
Didn't they
can't
move
come
over
to
here?
America?
You're thinking about a different one. You're thinking about Prince Harry and fucking
Yeah, not them. Not
That's
them.
what I'm thinking.
Meghan Markle.
No. Like,
I'm a dumb fuck.
like that Prince is like older than them.
Is Prince
Yeah.
Andrew the one who is balding?
No.
That is Prince Harry.
That's the dead one.
No, Prince Harry's not balding. Prince Harry has hair, and then he has a brother named Prince William.
Yeah.
He's balding.
Oh.
That motherfucker.
So Prince Harry was old. Prince Harry's old right now. Or
Prince,
he's
no,
young.
Prince Harry's like in his 30s.
Okay.
He's pretty young.
Don't know who the fuck it is.
They're both pretty good ages.
I don't give a shit about that royalty.
Yeah, I don't really care.
I don't know.
fuck
What,
them.
what do y'all even do?
They
Besides
donate
walk
money.
around.
It's all symbolic.
Yeah, it's all symbolic.
No, bro, they have government power. Like,
They do,
The queen can like affect like a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
she can really do some shit.
The queen does, yeah, and she has a lot of like
old
diplomacy
fart.
power, like where she with
Yeah,
other
old
countries
fart.
and stuff.
I'm trying to. What's
Yeah,
his
I don't
name?
know,
Prince
man.
Andrew.
Prince Andrew. Yeah, he honestly is pretty pervy looking too.
He looks disgusting.
He does.
is pretty pervy.
He looks like he'd be caught jerking off in a library. Doesn't he?
He's 30.
Bro, put him in a straight jacket.
He's not. I said Prince
Oh, the
Harry
trench
was
coat.
30.
Oh.
This guy's like
He's like
fucking
60.
60.
I was like, this guy
something.
looks terrible for his age. This guy looks terrible.
Yeah, he's
Imagine
61.
that guy's 30.
Prince Harry, you motherfucker, or Prince whatever
Prince,
the hell.
Prince Harry has
Stop
not.
saying Prince Harry.
People
Prince, whoever that is.
Nah,
Prince Harry's okay.
You're gonna get it wrong. People are gonna leave this thinking Prince Harry
Prince
did some
Harry's
bad
Meghan
shit.
Markle guy.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
not a bad dude.
Okay,
as
he
far as I
did
know.
good for himself. He wrote a book. Yeah, he's snitching
He
on
left
the
the
royalty.
family.
Okay, so
He's in
Prince
Canada right
Andrew
now.
is the
I do.
other one. It's his brother.
Yeah.
No, I think that's
Prince
his
William.
cousin. Prince Andrew's his cousin.
Yeah.
So Prince William is this guy.
Prince William
No,
is his brother. There's
too
Harry
many.
and William.
Prince
Too many
William.
princes.
Prince William is the guy.
Hey, I feel you on that. It is too
Okay,
many.
it's true.
Who is he? Who is he?
That's Prince Andrew. That's all you need
That's
to know.
Prince
That's all I
Andrew.
need to know.
That's all you need to know.
He's nasty. He's a nasty man.
He's a nasty,
nasty
man.
man.
Prince Andrew, you nasty bitch.
And then Prince Charles is the old fart that looked like
He's the one who
oatmeal
died.
walking. That
Yeah,
motherfucker
I heard there's
was
some evil
bad.
motherfuckers.
Prince Charles
man.
is the one who died.
Yeah, he looked.
He was like
disgusting.
99 or something like that.
To be royalty, dude. How did you get away with sticking around as royalty? All those beheadings, all those guillotines, they were like,
They can't touch you.
they were just being nice for a few years, and then somehow they accepted them, and they're like, all right, cool. Our family's
I don't
going to be in
know how
power
they did-
forever.
Bro, I don't know how they got out of that. Like they were killing people like 200 years ago, and now
Wasn't-
they're on some money.
Wasn't it because,
God.
like, at that time, the current queen, who was, I forgot who, was she was, like, actually a good queen? Elizabeth?
They would never.
Well, didn't they have, like, a solid queen for a little bit?
They say the queen right now is a good queen.
And she looks
Queen
terrible.
Mary?
No, the
she's-
queen right now is Elizabeth.
It's Elizabeth.
Oh,
You're
Elizabeth.
confusing everybody. I'm
I'm
gonna tell you
confused.
right now.
That's how little this history matters. I could give a fuck.
And that's facts.
Why are there so many queens and princes and all this stuff? And just name your names. Your first and for your first and last name. That's all I ask.
Because they gotta feel. They gotta keep the shit going.
There's
That's
too
a-
many. I thought I had a handle on them.
That's
I thought I had a handle on.
that's ridiculous, and that's a good note to end on. We ain't never getting a handle on these fucking
Wait, never
royals.
gonna,
Oh,
yeah.
Too
Do
many
your
rooms in their
royalty
houses.
research.
All right, thanks everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye guys.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Oh.